Well, what I'm doing now is not testing this machine, that's been done already. I am testing this reproducer. This reproducer actually belongs on my Victrola the 12th. That's the very early tabletop Victrola from 1909, gold-plated, was a premium model. This one has the updated needle bar on it, which you notice is actually in the white. Most of these are phosphated, not phosphated, they're chemically blackened like the backs are. You don't often see them in the white like that, but I suspect the dealers did the upgrades and they probably received them that way from the factory. This reproducer had been rebuilt already, probably 30 some odd years ago, but I wanted to go through it because the gaskets were turning yellow. They were soft, but they were turning yellow. Didn't know the quality of the diaphragm, so I replaced that. I put new springs on it because they had gone flat with age, and I put a modern style, the current style, soft rubber isolator gasket that is truly isolated from the body of the reproducer. A lot of the ones they used to make, the brass sleeve in here simply bottomed out right here on the back of the reproducer, and that's not really that ideal. You want it isolated, which means that little brass sleeve needs to end slightly short of the reproducer body. This one does. Walt Summers is currently selling those. I do recommend them. If you're going to do a rebuild, you might as well do it right. 30 years ago, maybe they didn't care as much about playing the records as we do today, but today we do. Let's see, we have the little Ford Rambled Right Along. That's, of course, Billy Murray. It's one of my favorites, being that I actually do own a couple of vintage Fords from this era.
Pretty little queen took a ride one day in his big limousine. The car kicked up and the engine wouldn't crank. There wasn't any gas in the gasoline tank. Just about that time along came Nord, and he rambled right along in his little old Ford. He stole that queen as his engine sang a song, and his little old Ford just rambled right along. His little old Ford rambled right along, and the little old Ford rambled right along. The gas ran out in the big machine, but the darned little Ford don't need gasoline. The big limousine had to back downhill, but the blamed little Ford is going up still. When it runs out of dope, just fill it up with soap, and the little Ford will ramble right along. Now they ran over glass and they ran over nails. They ran over pigs and puppy dogs' tails. They spotted a cop and shot out a sight. They rambled all day till almost night. They smashed up fences and telegraph poles, ran into ditches and deep shut holes. They bumped into a preacher and the preacher took a ride. Then the Ford rambled on with Johnny and his bride. The little old Ford rambled right along, and the little old Ford rambled right along. He swung around the corner and he ran into a mule, and the darned old donkey kicked like a fool. He brayed and he balked and he kicked the wheels, but he had to quit kicking to save his heels. When she blows out a tire, just wrap it up with wire, and the little Ford will ramble right along. You can smash the top and smash up the seat, twist it out of shape till both ends meet. Smash the body and rip out a gear, smash up the front and smash up the rear. Bend up the fender and rip off the tires, break up the lamps and cut out the wires. Throw in the clutch to the dickens with the juice, and the little old Ford will go to beat the deuce. The little old Ford, it rambled right along, and the little old Ford, it rambled right along. Now cut that out, you naughty tease. 'Tis a left-hand drive and a right-hand squeeze. Patch it up with a piece of string, chewing gum, or any old thing. When the power gets sick, just hit it with a brick, and the little Ford will ramble right along.
Well, I'm not disappointed with that reproducer. She sounds good, as it should. And why don't we play side B of this too? I forget what's on there. Auntie Skinner's Chicken Dinner. Okay. Let's get rid of the needle. Alright, now I'm not testing this on the 12 itself. After I finished rebuilding the machine last winter, I wrapped it up and put it away. I simply don't have the room to keep a lot of these machines out at the same time. Well, this machine I just did a couple of months ago, not even. So, it doesn't matter what I test it on, I need to know if it sounds good. I already know the one I have on the machine, the 12 now, sounds good, but it's not the correct one. This one is. Okay.
To see a celebration down at A.M.G. Skinner's. Big Jubilee, the pig from each plantation will give her some ovation when they see that possum pie and fricassee. Just smell them onions cooking. Just watch them jockers looking in the pot to see what Auntie's got. Grab your best gal, invite another pal. Everybody's welcome, yeah. Come along. Chicken dinner, the pickle fix the wishbone will be the lucky winner of a brand new pair of homespun panties. No other spinner spins a pair of panties like my Annie. Come along, you little cotton pickers, picky pick from everywhere. Down at Auntie Skinner's chicken dinner, everybody will be there. Coach Meander, in back of Alexander, he will lead the marching and show the way right down by Annie's cabin. And Lordy, howdy heaven, such a time before the Sandy's feeding day. Oh, autumn that I'm smelling, it must be watermelon and the ham that's sizzling in Annie's pan. Take your mother, sister and brother, cause everybody's welcome, yeah. Come along to Annie's Skinner's chicken dinner. The pickle fix the wishbone will be the lucky winner of a great big sack of salmon, cake, and candy. No other cook can cook a cookie like our Auntie Cuckoo. Come along, you little cotton pickers, picky pick from everywhere. Down at Auntie Skinner's chicken dinner, everybody will be there. Come along to Auntie Skinner's chicken dinner. The pickle fix the wishbone will be the lucky winner of a brand new second-handed rusty musty banjo. Come along, you little cotton pickers, picky pick from everywhere. Down at Auntie Skinner's chicken dinner, everybody will be there.
Ah, now I'm hungry. So far, so good. Not that I expected problems, but like I said, you never know until you actually test them. But everything on this reproducer is new, so I didn't expect there to be any problems there. And I have a lot of experience with exhibitions, being that I play with so many old Victrolas and Victors. Let's see, one of the last videos I played several versions of Over There, and I was missing one, which is right here, Norbay's Over There. There will be in a moment, once I get it on there and get a needle on the reproducer. Okay. These are a lot easier to work with than some of, well, for me, they're easier. I know some people think the exhibition's more complicated because it's the diaphragm's a little tight in there, but if you know how to do it, it really isn't that big of a deal. But because the rubber tube gaskets don't need a lot of compression time for them to find where they belong, they're easier and quicker to do. And frankly, they sound just as good as any other Victor reproducer does. You know, the number 4 and the number 2, those are good reproducers also. But the biggest change comes when the orthophonics come along. The other reproducers have a little bit different needle bar, and they have a slightly larger, you know, diaphragm, but they all sound good. When they're properly rebuilt, they all sound good. The 4, the 2, the Exhibition. And if you're playing records like this, from this era, this is the teens, you know, you're not going to notice much difference, except maybe a little bit extra volume with the 4, that's all. All right, Nora Bay's over there.
Johnny, get your gun, get your gun, get your gun. Take it on the run, on the run, on the run. Hear them calling you and me. Everyone for liberty. Hurry right away, no delay, stop stay. Make your daddy glad to have had such a lad. Tell your sweetheart not to pine, to be proud, our boys in line. Over there, send the word over there. That the Yanks are coming, the Yanks are coming. The drums coming everywhere. So prepare, say a prayer. Send the word to beware. We'll be over, we're coming over, and we won't come back till it's over there. Johnny, get your gun, get your gun, get your gun. Johnny, show the Hun you're a son of the sun. Hoist the flag and let her fly. Yankee doodle-do or die. Pack your little kit, show your grip, do your bit. Yankees to the ranks, from the towns and the tanks. Make your mama proud of you, and the old red, white, and blue. Over there, send the word over there. That the Sammies are coming, the Sammies are coming. The drums coming everywhere. So prepare, say a prayer. Send the word to beware. We'll be over, we're coming over, and we won't come back till it's over there, over there. Send the word over there. That the Sammies are coming, the Sammies are coming. The drums coming everywhere. So prepare, say a prayer. Send the word to beware. We'll be over, we're coming over, and we won't come back till it's over there.
I believe the flip side of this one is Laddie Boy. And we'll play that one too. Yep. Laddie Boy, Nora Bay's. Another very popular performer for Victor at this time. Okay, let's get a needle. And these are loud tone needles, by the way. I did replace my... Unbelievable. That's the second time today I managed to do that. Not on this video, but in a previous one. Make it 3 times. I am fumble-fingered today. Probably because it's only 47 degrees in here. Hands are a little cold. Okay. And I'll get that later with the magnet. It's easier. Laddie Boy. Wow, there's a lot of wear on that one. I would have expected that on over there, given the huge popularity of that song during the Great War era, but Laddie Boy definitely sounds like it was played 400 times with a dull needle. Yeah, I guess you can actually see it on there too. Over there really looks a little worn, but it's not that bad. Plays pretty good. Oh well, so much for Laddie Boy. He played at least. It didn't stop the machine. Let's see. How about John McCormick, the Minstrel Boy? Okay, that one's a fairly popular tune too. Let's try not to drop the needle this time. Well, drop the needle on the ground, not drop the needle on the record. Okay. Going down for a sec so I can crank it up. Okay, the Minstrel Boy. Well, that little light is flashing that tells me I'm about to lose battery. And the camera ain't gonna go dead. That was John McCormick, another one of Victor's rock stars, and this of course is a single-sided record. They wouldn't dare put someone like John McCormick on a double side. Oh no, couldn't do that. Okay, and that's it. I'm gonna test this a bit more, but I don't need to do that on camera. But it's the gold-plated exhibition reproducer that belongs on the Victor Victrola the 12th, being played on the 1923 Victor Victrola the 8th. And there you go.